What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel once again for another Walking Dead video. Today I have some filming photos of Season 2 of Dead City. It's something I have come across and something I'm kind of keeping an eye on. I will avoid anything kind of spoilery type stuff because I don't want to ruin it for anybody, because there are the types of photos that we don't want to see. There's all this and that, and so I just want to jump into these photos just to kind of get an idea of what we're going to see this season, the locations that we're going to see, because they are hopping around the Boston area. There's a couple different spots that they have been filming. The last few weeks we saw that they filmed in kind of a old factory type area, I want to say, where it was a very bricked off area, and this was the location for the Bricks community that Maggie had since become a part of. It was this new Babylon thing. It was where we saw, I want to say his name was Percy, that he came from. He was the marshal that came out looking for Negan. And so we got to see some behind-the-scenes shots of that and what they were doing and get some more detail, I think, on the Bricks community. Hopefully we'll get more story on how it was started, who was there, where it came from, and all that. Because, I still want to see parts of this world be kind of explained to us in a sense, where we don't know anything about this. All I knew, as far as I can remember anyways, from last season, that's just where Maggie was at this time. This is the community that she was a part of. We didn't really know too much more than that. But with these photos that I have, I just kind of wanted to go in and kind of discuss the location that it seems that they're using the majority of for this week's of filming. I think they're only here for this few days. This is part of, I want to say, episode 2. So anyways, let's jump into these pictures. Now this first one, we have this shot, kind of a corner shot, and these are all just kind of drive-by pictures that someone has gotten. So someone within that area that they're just kind of cruising any openings or any allowed areas that they're allowed to take pictures. So we got this first shot, which is of a church, and this is where the bulk of this filming will take place for at least this part of the episode. So we got this first shot, just a corner shot. We see some filming equipment outside, as far as just carts full of different filming equipment, different lighting. Then we see kind of a corner of a truck there in the background. The next one is kind of a far off shot. We have what looks like a lot of extras, probably members or maybe even walkers. And because there is going to be, like I said, the Bricks community, and they had a lot of members of that community, a lot of extras set for that community, because they did a casting call, and I've mentioned this numerous times in other videos, where they were looking for people to play people. They were looking for people to play walkers, soldiers, different types of parts that they wanted to include in this season. So in this one, it looks like, I want to say, this is probably members of a community or maybe just survivors out in the wild. So, seeing that one, and then we move on to this next one, just another shot of this church. Like I said, I think a lot of this part of the episode, if not the whole episode, is going to be in this area, because they are going to be moving from area to area around Boston and just different parts of it. So we got this historical looking church, another set outside with different filming equipment. Then we get kind of a full frontal shot of the church they're using, so it looks like it's a downtown area. And then the next one, we have what looks like soldier types, maybe survivor types, maybe people living in this church, because we do have a few shots, and I will get to them, where this could be Croat's group, maybe another faction of it, or because we're supposed to be introduced to several different gangs, and that's why they brought in Kim Coates to play a leader of one of those gangs. The whole premise around this season, I believe, with Negan being kind of forced into this leadership position, is to unite all these gangs of New York and bring them together and go after a common goal. So we got this shot of these particular people. Then we have another one, just another random shot. We have one of the police. Now this is Lowell, Massachusetts, because like I said, they're filming around Massachusetts, Boston area. And it looks like in this shot, this is what I was talking about, one of the random shots I had, where it looks like this is Croat walking up those steps. The actor, I can't recall his name right now. But then we get a night shot where they have the whole area lit up with cranes and everything, dollies and whatnots of this church. And then we get another one. Looks like another group of maybe Croat soldiers or just random survivors. A lot of people in these long dark coats. So I want to say these people probably belong to one group, and that's probably Croat's group. Then we get a shot of Croat himself walking onto set, preparing for filming. And then this next picture is kind of interesting. It's probably just coincidence, probably doesn't mean anything, but we get a box with FTWD, Fear the Walking Dead Season 8 props, so they're just probably reusing props from Fear the Walking Dead. It probably means nothing as far as being connected to Fear the Walking Dead. And I want to say, and this is probably just me, but again, it's probably not, because I hear a lot of people share the same kind of frustrations with Fear the Walking Dead, is that it went completely to trash, so I don't see why they would link any of that to this show. Maybe we could see some familiar props, but I don't know what that could really be aside from some of the larger props. But as far as being in this tent or this tote or whatever this is, it's probably just coincidence. It's probably nothing special linked to Fear the Walking Dead. And that is our last photo. I will continue to do these types of updates. Again, I will avoid anything that relates to any kind of spoilers. I'm not going to spoil it for myself or for anybody else, because I am excited for this next season and what they do with it, who it's going to involve, and especially with the mysteries or whatnot that were left open from the ones who live, particularly the spies that Major General Beale talked about. I'm interested to see if that's going to be coming up again at all, if that's something they actually go back to or something they just completely forget about, because we still don't know. And honestly, at this point, I think it's pretty reliable that they don't know what's going on as far as Rick and Michonne are concerned. Nobody has signed on anything. No one's been offered anything. They don't have any official plans on the table. And if they do, they're being really, really secretive about it. I don't think they're going to be publicizing anything like that right now. So I really think anything related to Rick and Michonne, we're probably not going to hear about anytime soon. And I think there's a reason behind that. I think that they're not going to focus on that right now, because they're going to focus all their efforts right now towards Dead City Season 2, Daryl Dixon Season 2, and as far as Daryl Dixon, they're already announcing Daryl Season 3, so they're going to be putting all their efforts probably into that. Maybe we'll see Rick and Michonne show up in a cameo. I think that's all we can really count on at this point. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed the pictures, and I will keep you up to date with whatever I come across. And I think that'll do it, guys. So if you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like, leave a comment, and of course, subscribe to the channel. Help me reach my goal of 1,000 subscribers, and I would really appreciate it. So until next time, guys, take care. Bye.